Greetings from the far side of the galaxy. This is your host Fury, back from a bit of indisposure that can be learned about here. My absence aside, I'm your host with the most, here to bring you a story about ghosts. Cursed spirits really, but they're basically the same thing. Today we are talking about Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 149, Perfect Preparation Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Hit that like and subscribe button cause YouTube loves it when you do that. Let's go ahead and get that intro out of the way and on to the chapter review. To begin, let's start with calling Ogie trash, cause he is trash. I feel that Ogie is the perfect microcosm of everything wrong with the Jujutsu society. As Mai puts it, holding each other back is a virtue in this country. Something that could very well be seen through the sisters' ineptitude, however, is more fitting for Ogie's blindness. Instead of seeing the immense potential in Maki and Mai, he rejected them both, unable to see their true potential, instead making it harder for them to reach it. It's a shame really, because Maki and Mai could have both been a lot stronger if they just had support from the start. You know what's not a shame though? Ogie's death. Fuck him. With that over, let's talk about Mai's last will and testament. She asked Maki to destroy everything, referring to the Zenin clan, but maybe more, and by that, I mean Jujutsu society as a whole. It'd be an interesting change in motivation that could very well lead to Maki killing Naoya and Junichi, which I'm not against. I doubt we'll get those fights anytime soon. Maybe the next chapter will showcase Naoya and Junichi's reactions to the second coming of Choji, but for now it's too soon to say. What interests me most is the symbolism used here. It appears that Mai hands Maki an olive branch, although it's a little hard to tell in black and white, which is an obvious reference to a peace offering to put whatever bad blood existed between them aside. And those birds flying in the background are geese. Let's take note of the fact that they're flying in a V formation, something done to reduce air resistance and drag for each other, symbolizing this new camaraderie and mutual aid between the two sisters. And let's move from one sister to another by talking about Maki. It appears that she's become like Toji, completely free of cursed energy. I'm not actually sure how that is. One idea is that Mai's existence sort of held Maki back, literally splitting the cursed energy and technique between two people, and others lean towards Mai literally taking the cursed energy Maki had with her to the grave. I personally lean towards the latter since it is kind of what Mai says. Among the many things I want to talk about, one of the things that interested me most are people's reaction to this unshackled Mai. Ogie's reaction was one of absolute fear, which is understandable considering Toji's personality, to say the least. And yet, it can't be understated how bizarre having absolutely no cursed energy is. It's unnatural to the highest degree, like surviving rabies. It's something that just doesn't happen, making Toji and Maki exempt from a universal rule. It must be a terrifying thing for sorcerers who rely on cursed energy to function. However, that isn't the case for all of them, for you see, Maki has achieved one sorcerer's goal. Tsukumo's going to be ecstatic that Maki just accomplished what she's been trying to do for ages, that she has a living example to interview, something she couldn't even get from Toji since he died. And considering Tengen's all-knowing nature, she's probably salivating to the play-by-play of Maki's new power. I honestly can't wait to see them meet up in the future, although it doesn't look like that'll be anytime soon considering the arc we have ahead of us. And that concludes my chapter review. I know it's not too much, but today's chapter was very action-based, so there's not much for me to talk about. I might do a video elaborating on certain topics if y'all are interested. Regardless of the length of any future chapters, I'll be here to review them, so go ahead and hit that like and subscribe to know when I do. This is your host Fury, signing out.